Coming to you live or whenever from our legendary Hollywood, California bedrooms, it's Dude Soup! On the show this week, we're talking about Mario's big plans for 2020, the unlikely industry booming during social distancing, and the latest on Morbius. Our guests this week are Adam Kovic, Elise Willems, Lindsay Washburn, and I'm your host, James Willems.
Oh, we have fun
Very
here,
nice.
huh? We have
Well
fun.
done.
You like that?
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, hey, Lindsay, is that a
This
green
is
screen?
wild.
What happened to you?
What happened to me?
What happened to you? Yes.
Don't ask.
Weren't you just streaming? Weren't you just streaming before you came on here?
I was
Adam,
just
what happened to
streaming,
you?
yeah.
Adam, what happened to you?
Nothing. Nothing.
Adam,
I'm
what
just saying,
happened to you?
Leave me out of this.
Hey, what happened?
This does
hey,
not
everybody.
look good.
Welcome. Well, this is going to lead really Lindsay. This is going to lead really well into the first bit. But before we get started, I just want to thank you guys for joining us for Dude Soup. Thank you guys for listening at home, watching at home. And I want to thank my guests, Elise, Adam, Lindsay, for all showing up in different states. Not like as in regions of the country, but as in like coherent
Mental states.
mental states. I also want to thank our sponsors, Manscaped and Warby Parker. You can try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/dudesoup. Also, get 20% off and free shipping with the code DUDE at manscaped.com. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them later on in the show. But thank you for your sponsorship. Hey, guys.
Yo.
Hi.
Look how far we've come.
Lindsay, I miss you.
Compared to what we were last week, we're like a real show again.
That's what I'm saying. This is how far we've come in just only a few short days. Can you imagine what this show's going to be like in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Cancel.
We might have an office that we film in, a set that we sit on, or not. But no, this is. I wanted to try and pump it up. I thought we did a really good job, all things considered, last week. But I wanted to try and pump things up a lot and make sure things were fun this week. So we're gonna do a fun episode.
Nice.
Fun.
I just want to start off by asking everyone how they're doing. Just go. Let's go around, starting with Adam, and see how everybody's holding up, and yeah.
Man, it's this week's a lot better than last week for sure. James and I recorded a gameplay this morning. I think we were both crying at one point. That was good. Of laughter. Not last week it was tears of sadness. This week it's tears of happiness. So yeah, honestly, it's like I feel like we're still making good content. We're just doing it in a really weird, different way. And we're also making a lot of weird sort of micro evolutions. We can talk more about that later, but like I was just on a Slack call with Matt and just talking about kind of like this new format that we're messing around with. I'm excited about it. Like it's really cool that we're trying out new things. So yeah, feeling a lot better this week.
Elise, how you doing?
I mean, honestly, like physically, I haven't been feeling great. 'Cause I have some stuff going on, but in terms of like our work, yeah, it's like we're troubleshooting. We still have hiccups. For example, everyone else is recording their cameras at home right now, except for me because my OBS is just fucked up. And that's how it is. But I feel really good about the content we're making. Our quarantine vlog went up today, and I think it was really fun, and everybody did a great job that sent stuff in. And I hope people enjoy it. And tomorrow we release the trailer for our new show, Last Laugh, which is pretty exciting. So there's lots to look forward to on the Funhaus train right now. I miss Lindsay.
Oh, I miss you. I miss everybody. I was not
Me
doing
first.
that great, honestly. I was just making jokes about it earlier with Jacob. I was like, guys, I wasn't doing so hot last week. But I don't know, the video like really cheered me up watching the video of seeing everybody like what they're doing and being their funny selves. And I was like, maybe things are gonna be okay. So it really cheered me up to watch it. And you know, I've been playing Animal Crossing and I'm moving, so I'm trying to keep it all together mentally, but you know.
The secret is that video was more for the Funhaus employees than the audience.
It was our own morale boost. Edit, yeah.
You did a great job on it, Elise. Thank you for pushing that thing through.
Thanks for everybody that sent stuff from our team. I thought everybody did a great job. And Lindsay, you and I have the same hairstyle in Animal Crossing. I was just watching you and Jacob on the stream.
The little swirlies in the front with the bun, yeah. It's super cute.
I
that
ran into
quarantine
Lindsay
video.
the other day.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I was saying, remember Lindsay? I saw you at the office. We were passing by
Yeah.
because
I
so we can still go to our office. It's still there. You know, right now it's just security's there, but I didn't want to use my own printer, so I went to the office and I needed to ship some stuff out for the Doomstream winners, and I heard someone come in. I'm like, oh, this is how I die. Someone breaks in while I'm printing something, and it was Lindsay, of course, also printing something. But we were like, we saw each other, but we were this, far apart from each other. Just,
I remember I was turning the corner of the kitchen and like we were like this and we're like, ah! We're like, don't touch each other. But yeah, I had to print. It was like end of day Thursday or something, and I had I talked to Tori and I was like, hey. Is it fine if I go in? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. Only
Tori's our
person
building
I had
manager.
seen, I think, in only person I had seen in like 2.5 weeks.
Was Rufus there? His dog?
That I know. No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there that day. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, it's just weird because the kitchen is just rotting bananas and empty Coke cans.
You got to grab those
Found a
bananas
rotting
and get them in that
tangerine
peak.
on my desk.
I know. Yeah. Someone just threw away a cup of water. I saw. It was weird. Don't know who did that.
Well, it sounds like everyone's surviving. They're living their best
trying
lives. And I think that's good. I think we're in a much better place than we were last week. I agree. The quarantine video lifted my spirits because it did feel like it's like, oh, that's everybody. That's what they're doing. Why is everyone so happy? Everyone's so much happier without us not going to that office and way more productive. Like Ryan made a whole short film and I'm like, isn't he supposed to be working? But no, it was really funny. I appreciate Elise just basically put out the call and just like, we have a Slack channel that everyone's in and just is like, hey, can you just throw something in here if you got the time? And so, and then she put it all together. And so it definitely lifted up my spirits.
It was fun cutting it.
Yeah, I'm realizing too, looking at you guys, James and Elise, you're in the same room. You're back to back, but it looks like you're in two different places.
I know.
It's very
well,
impressive.
I think some of it is I've put a lot of time into because we've been recording. This is like our single camera, right? This is the one that when we're gonna record with you, Adam, that we generally go through. But so we put more time into it, and like we put up colored lights and stuff, and it's kind of just like the framing of it. I've spent a lot of time making sure the camera is like done well and stuff, so that way its skin tone looks like skin tone, and it's trying to make it look like a good shot. Hold on, I'm looking at the wide that there's just a big thing of lube.
This?
No, I got some too.
Everyone's got lube.
No, everyone
I have to
needs
keep
lotion
hiding-
because
well,
we were
'cause keep
washing our hands. Yeah.
I don't.
Also,
Nah, I get
this is
that.
where
But
I
yes.
masturbate, so it works out.
I think we've been putting a lot of time into this facing version of things. And so Elise's camera we're also using for any time we're going to do like multicam stuff like this, Dude Soup and everything. Though if we can't get rid of the echo, just so you know, if you're listening or watching and there's a little bit of an echo, it's because Elise and I are literally back to back. We could reach each other and touch each other if we really wanted to.
Ew.
Yeah. And so
Lindsay's so desperate.
that's what
for
human contact feels like.
contact.
I have to wash my hands. But we're so close to each other that it's almost impossible to get a setup going where we can't hear each other in each other's microphone. And there's really no way around that. We've tried recording at like super quiet levels, but then no one can, like, it's very tough. So that's the biggest hurdle that we're dealing with right now is audio, as always. But we'll just
One of
build a
y'all
wall
have to move
or
into the
something.
bedroom.
Man, if we had space, it would be a pretty good solution. But then all of our stuff is wired together. Like we're recording. We both have these microphones, which are recording to. It's a whole disaster. And
Yeah.
and I will say that once this isolation thing is finally over and we can go back to the office, I'm gonna weep. Just weep tears, knowing that this kingdom that we've built is now worthless. But yeah. So anyway, that's kind of the state of things for us. I worry. The good thing is we're still getting to keep in touch. I appreciate that. Our work is kind of so social that we are going to get to hang out and chat. I mean, Adam and I were recording something earlier today. I see Elise all the time, but we're going to get to chat with Lindsay today. This is something. It's something that you take for granted when you're doing it at the office all the time. But in these particular situations, I was like, oh, we're you chatting with Lindsay today. That's fun. I get to see what she's been up to. And so it is kind of a nice thing where it isn't just having guests on a podcast, or it isn't just I have to pull myself away from something else that I was doing for work to go do other work in a different place with the same people. It's hey, let's gather up and let's social up. And Omar also has been organizing these weekly where we all get into a giant Zoom and change our backgrounds and see how everyone's doing kind of thing. So that's fun too.
I heard Zoom
I will
got
say-
in trouble with something. Sorry, Lindsay. That's
No, I think I saw what you were talking about too.
That is my least favorite thing about all this is for some reason the internet is located on the moon. And so all of our conversations go out into space and then come back, and there is a 1 second delay. So everyone talks at one time, but then everyone hears really nice except for me. And so then we all have to wait to see who talks. That's my least favorite part of this whole thing is just dealing with technology and the delays. There's still no delay-free way of doing anything.
Right. I was just going to say that while I feel lucky that I can have a job where I get to work from home, that's a possibility during times like this. I also am grateful that it's a job where sometimes I still need to make myself presentable, because I could see myself falling into a far steeper slope of depression and anxiety if I never was I need to do my hair today, or I need to do my makeup, or maybe I should put on a top and a bra. Because if I just was working straight up with a glass of wine every day, just pajamas, hair, I feel like it would be much more mentally deteriorating just for me personally. So while I was getting up this morning, I was like, okay, I'm fine. I don't need to get dressed right now, but later I'm going to need to get dressed. So I need to prepare myself mentally for that,
Yep. And then on Friday, we have our super fancy dress live stream. So everyone's got to wear their best.
Oh my God, we'll bring out the ball gown. I haven't even packed
We got to
it yet.
break it out. Black tie, formal, do it up. Adam, I want to see the tails. I want to see the tails come
I'm not
out.
Joel. I have a suit from H&M. That's the nicest you'll get.
Are tuxedo rentals essential businesses in this
Yes.
time? They are good. Okay, good.
Yeah. We
wish.
should go again and get sized up, and then I'll get the tuxedo with the stains on it again. God,
That's a
don't
true
get a
story
tuxedo
for
from a
Joel's
mall.
wedding. Yeah,
Ugh.
Joel's wedding. It was he was like, okay, it's a small little affair in Hollywood. You have to have tails on your tuxedo, and everyone needs to be wearing tap shoes. But so that Adam and I went together to go get measured and sized to rent our tuxes. I don't know if we've ever told this story before.
Maybe
But then we we got measured at the same place at the mall at the exact same time, and then they gave Adam here's your tuxedo, because they try regular generic stuff, and then they you come and pick up your tuxedo later, and then you try it at home, or no, you tried it in the dressing room, I think.
Yeah.
And I come out, it's real nice. Those are pretty nice the tuxedo, like everything fit. Oh, yeah, it feels great. Thanks for your help. No problem. And then Adam comes out, and he looks like the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond in Young Frankenstein when he's gonna do the like coming out dance. And like nothing fits, and then he also finds there's this like a stain on like every single layer of the tuxedo was garbage.
Well, I think it was, I returned it. I said, hey, this doesn't fit. And there's a stain right here on the lapel. And the guy goes, oh my God, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. So he gives me another one and has a stain on the shirt sleeve. Like, well, at least I could hide that. But curse Joel in his black tie wedding.
And then Billy Bob Thornton showed up and he looked like garbage.
Yeah. And his whole family flocked to Billy Bob.
Yeah, Joel took more pictures with Billy Bob Thornton at his wedding than he did with any of us.
Anyway, Joel's doing great.
Well, yeah,
Joel's thriving.
We need to check in with
right
Joel.
now.
Actually, we're potentially going to do a gameplay with Joel. I'm not going to talk about what it is,
really?
but we're
Oh.
potentially, yeah. You know what it is. You know what it is, Adam.
I was not consulted. No, I was not.
Yeah,
No.
you were consulted. Everyone was consulted,
on.
and everyone was like, I don't want to do that. And then I texted Joel, and I was like, would you want to do this? And he was like, absolutely. So you know what I'm talking about. So there may be a Joel gameplay. Again, some of the things that we're talking about, like we're talking every single day about how to make content. And we're like, well, one of the benefits here is we can, I guess, make content with anyone, anywhere. And it's not that jarring, hopefully. I mean, we could see in a week, by the time anyone's watching this video, the channel could have crashed and burned and no one's watching anything because they hate the new style or compensation or whatever. But
I you know, honestly, the thing that on top of the quarantine video that just went up, but last week when we got the VR video out and the fact that we recorded it, got it edited, and everyone really liked it, and a lot of the the opinions of our audience was that like, hey, this is just as good as ever. I was like, oh, good, okay, cool, we can still keep doing our jobs. So I think that was probably my biggest worry, was that we were going to keep doing what we're doing and then it was going to be bad. So we're surviving. We're doing it. We did a Resident Evil 3 video that I thought was pretty funny too. In the moment, it felt like we were doing a gameplay. Like it felt good. So yeah, fingers crossed.
I mean, everyone's doing an amazing job. Everyone here, this also goes to all of RT. And, you know, everyone's been doing an amazing job. What just happened there, if you're watching this, where it went from all four of us talking to just a close up on me, is the Rooster Teeth broadcast team handling this, like doing all of this, the roll-in intro at the beginning, like these are things that I'm just throwing elements at them and they're like, we'll get it working. And so like everyone is doing an amazing job, and it's only possible because of this collective knowledge that people are trying to share as much as possible. But I don't want this whole podcast to be talking about us. I want to talk about other things. We can talk about our opinions on things, but I actually have some news this week. So this isn't just going to be a whole recap, whatever podcast. Did you guys, what should we start with? What are you guys in the mood for? Something fun or something fun?
Something
fun?
No.
All the news stories are great, so I'll just start with porn.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about the porn industry? Have you heard about this? People get filmed having sex. Are you aware of this?
No.
I don't know why you
get
give away
money for it
something
or
so
what?
private. I don't know.
Why would you buy the cow if you could get the milk for free, James?
They have porn of that.
That's why I'm saying that's what's happening right now, is people aren't buying the cow.
Well, I know what you're talking about, at least, because you told me about it, and I was like, why are you telling me this? But yeah. So first things first. Surprise, surprise. Pornhub, which has always been very open about like sharing its statistics and information, because they have a ton. If you go and watch someone get doggy styled, you know they know how old you are. They know the color of your eyes. But they have a ton. It's a ton of information gathering, and so they've released some statistics to kind of show that, surprise, surprise, people are watching porn more than ever right now. according to a worldwide traffic study that they did on Pornhub, since February 24th, worldwide traffic was above average, okay, but began to increase more noticeably around March 10th, which is, I mean, I'm not sure the exact timeline, but as things started getting, bless you.
Sorry, excuse me.
But as
Sneezed.
things started to get a little bit more and more serious, traffic had increased by 13.7% on March 20th, but a massive increase of 18.5% occurred on March 24th. And that coincided with when Pornhub announced that their premium service would be free to all visitors worldwide for 1 month to encourage people to stay home and flatten the curve. New COVID cases, a dark night, if you will, the porn in Pornhub. But yeah, does this surprise anyone? Is this sounds pretty? I'm not surprised by this, but I am interested.
That people are porn hounds right
I was
now?
gonna
That's not
ask.
surprising.
It's not surprising.
Well, I mean, I guess for the room, have personally for you guys, has your porn watching gone up or down?
No, I'm working.
I would say I haven't watched porn since
57 hours.
before all this happened.
I don't know what porn is.
Yeah,
Has yours?
It's a weird. What?
I said, has yours?
No, it's gone way down. I think just being home with a significant other definitely curbed it. It's like, I don't know. It's been, and also I think the world is still feeling kind of in a weird depressed kind of place that it's like there will be time for this later. We must be adults. We must focus on the more important. And I think I've just been so focused on work and everything else that it's like, we barely had time to watch Tiger King, and that's been my pornography. And so far it's really good. So thank you, Elise, for the recommendation and the world.
If we were maybe in the category of becoming unemployed or laid off, this would be more likely.
We'd be getting laid off with our eyes
Yeah.
watching porn.
Turned on and laid off.
Am I surprised that Pornhub made it the premium account free? A little bit. I mean, I don't think you would think this would be the time for a lot of companies to capitalize on viewers having more free viewing time, and they could have taken advantage of that. But they chose to make more of a social statement, which is like good for you, Pornhub. Like, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, but is there a difference between what Pornhub is doing and what Denny's is doing and like every other? I don't know if you've watched any television commercials where they're like we know you like to eat like shit, so we'll still deliver it to you. You know, I think Pornhub saying like, we know you like to masturbate. Why don't we just give you a taste of the sweet life? You know, why is James nodding at me? What's he nodding
He's looking
at?
in the direction of your camera.
I'm trying to make it work. Lindsay, say something.
Okay. Yeah, wait. Oh, oops.
Yeah, I totally agree. But also, what's so much greater about the premium porn than the free porn?
That's a great question. I don't know. And I'm
Let me
curious
find
to
out.
find out.
I'll check real quick.
Listen.
Well, hang on.
No.
I could check.
No. I'll check it. I'll fall on the sword. Yeah, I don't know what. I guess I've never really thought about it all that much.
Is it that you just don't have ads or something?
To be fair, it's only a free week.
It's a
I thought
free
it was
month.
like a month.
It's a free month.
Wait, which website?
It is interesting how these I'm not gonna try and be all anti-corporation or I don't even know what the word is, but it is weird how all these companies are coming out and they're stepping forward and they're saying like, how can we help? I guess like Elise was touching on it. I'm sure there's a good PR spin for basically every single positive thing that a business does, but it still is at the cost of money. So, you know, whether or not you want to get into a philosophical question of what good PR is if it costs you money, but either way, it's like there's these things that are like leading the charge. So you have Pornhub making premium free, right? With maybe the hope that people will be like, I need this, I need this high quality HD porn or whatever. once it's all said and done. But then you have other stuff like Bob Iger is the former CEO of Disney. He recently stepped down and he's giving up his whole salary to ensure that people can stay employed, and the current CEO is giving up half his salary, which I'm curious how they came to those terms. But then, I just got an email the other day that Roku is like putting like Roku premium channels. There's like 5 of them that are available for free now. Like it's weird that we're in a state of industry where these companies are stepping forward and be like, how could we help? It's like the scene in the movie when they start throwing trash at Green Goblin under the bridge. I'm of course referring to the film Shawshank Redemption.
I was just watching a video on YouTube about this, and I forget who was speaking. It was somebody who owns like some companies talking about the reason. I mean, there's lots of reasons to do it, but one of the reasons to do it is, to help build sort of that brand recognition that this brand cares about me. And so that way, when things are all over, like those are the brands that you're going to think of immediately when you're like, what kind of shoe should I buy? Nike, because Nike was doing this and Nike was doing that. I don't know what Nike's doing, but as an example, it's that you want people to associate your brand with like, they care about me. And so it's a huge part of it of like, Roku gave away Roku 5 channels, whatever.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth. I mean, our site is free right now. If you're watching this podcast, you might be watching it for free and you don't usually have a first account. And so, obviously, like it's an initiative where we're saying like, yes, we want people to feel like they're even more of a part of a community right now. But if they stick around, that's really cool too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're part of it.
I just for once want to be on the wrong side, like I want to double down.
You want to GameStop it?
Yeah. I want to charge double for the website and then also deny that there's a problem. Yeah, that's we're heroes. I would say we use that word often, and I think this time calls for it now more than ever.
Well, we talked about it before. We're lucky. I think the hopefully the assumption is that the companies or the individuals or the people that are able to do something like that understand that they're lucky to be in that position, or that it's where there's an opportunity to serve the greater good. And I think that's it's not entirely selfless. It's hard to find an entirely selfless act through whatever means, but it is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think the bigger challenge of this this is a really crazy thing, and I think once history sort of the dust sort of settles and history sort of rights itself, it's going to look really interesting. Where this is a worldwide changing event that people still were able to continue on. The fact that people could still work from home, you couldn't do this 100 years ago, and that to me is sort of this crazy, like, is this that next step in societal evolution where, like, because I know even for us at our own office, there is a stigma of working from home. There is like that feeling of, well, if you're working from home, maybe you're just being lazy. Maybe you just want to work from home or something. But like, I felt that way where I was like, hey, I'm going to go home and do some work. But then I'm like, what are people going to think of me? And I think that stigma is far from gone now, because we show that we can continue doing our day-to-day jobs, which is really cool. And I think a lot of people have been figuring that out. But then unfortunately, this is the really crappy part, is there are a lot of people who are unable to work from home and still have to go out into the world. And that part is like the super bummer. But like, how do you protect those people in the future or something like that? That's like this crazy crossroad we're at right now. Which once again, I just want this all to be over so we can move on and see how history remembers this thing, so we can all, move on with our lives.
I've had to go to like the grocery store a few times and like, make phone calls to people who are still working in call centers. And I'm just trying my best to be like so polite, be like, thank you so much. You're doing amazing. I really appreciate you. Like when I had to go to the grocery store for the 4th time because I'm like, y'all still don't have toilet paper? She's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. I understand. I'm just wiping my butt with my phone, but it's okay.
Oh.
Like I'm just trying to be nice and be super grateful to all the people who, can't work from home. And there's still so many people who just can't, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's scary. Like I would be so scared going out every single day and having to navigate and wonder if I'm interacting or coming into contact with something. And like you, Lindsay, I'm trying not to be ungrateful, and I'm trying not to have like huge expectations of the people that are working out there and what's available. But I will say that like shit's getting a little Soviet out there. And I went to pick up a acai bowl from Robex or unnamed smoothie place. I don't want to besmirch anyone's name, but I felt so bad because like there was a young woman working there, and she was just like swamped with all this stuff, and they were also like pretty out of fruit at this unnamed place, understandably. And so like the bowl that I got was like, if you could compare the, you know, when you see like fast food sandwiches, the real, it was dire. Like it was just like the acai, and then, you know, it's supposed to have like mango on top, blueberries, banana. It was just like a rotten chopped banana. And I was like, oh, she's like, oh, we were out of some things. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I like took the bowl and left. But it's a little scary too, because we are not ever accustomed, I think, aside from like your own family's financial situation, I don't think we've ever been accustomed to living in a world where we just don't have access to, especially something like food, which we consider just to be such a human right. And the grocery stores are always stocked. That's never been a thing.
I just want you to explain your acai bowl to someone to a 75-year-old Russian man. You're like, shit's getting Soviet out there. And then you talked about how garbage the fruit was in your acai bowl. And he goes, I thought I was going to starve.
She's like, me
like,
too.
so cold.
Yeah.
The Cossacks. I was just, I was just trying to
eat. It was more of a dessert breakfast, but you know.
I was trying to be funny, and this way we can sell a shirt that says "Shit's getting Soviet." You know?
Yeah. Always fun.
It's a great way to commemorate this beautiful time in all of our lives.
You were mentioning something, at least, didn't you? Said something. Shake Shack has like a build your own burger thing now.
Yes, Adam, and I bought it. I purchased it.
Do you have it? Can I see it?
No, I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay.
But Shake Shack has this thing where you can order an 8-piece make your own Shake Shack burger kit. I think a lot of restaurants are doing this. These like take them home, build your own. And so they give you like 8 burgers and the buns and the trappings and the accoutrement. And I was like, I sent the link to James, and I was like, you decide. And he made the right decision, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
I have told Elise several times that I could make a much better burger than Shake Shack.
Your microphone.
I've told Elise several times that I could make a much better burger than Shake Shack. I just cut up some onions, Elise. Chop up some onions, green peppers, mix it in. Instead of a bun, we use toast, some buttered toast.
That's not a real burger.
Elise and I always do this.
At least you have to send me the link to this later.
Oh, I will.
So I can do it.
Don't you worry.
I just want to add. I just want to add that one more thing that, Elise hasn't been feeling great. I'm not going to delve too much into our personal lives, but she hasn't been sleeping very well, and she has been feeling great. And last night she wasn't feeling very good, and I was like, I fell asleep going, I hope she's able to sleep tonight. And then when I woke up this morning, she looked like she was in bed, but she was really tired, and we hadn't really spoken. So I was getting up to take Benson out. I brushed my teeth and everything. I went to go take Benson out, and I was like walking Benson going like, she was still in bed. I can only assume that means she's not feeling much better this morning. And then I got a message from her, and it was just a link to the Shake Shack burger order. And I was like, okay, I guess she's feeling. It wasn't like I'm feeling a little bit better or anything like. It was just a direct link to where to order Shake Shack burgers.
Angel.
So she's
Didn't you
better.
have a doctor tell you to stop eating like
I had a
greasy
doctor
garbage?
write in my report to not eat any more cheeseburgers. It was a medical opinion.
Man.
Your doctor said, I believe in the report, that you have the arteries of a 75-year-old Russian man.
No, he wouldn't have those types of arteries.
Wow.
But James, where's your head at in all this?
In terms of having to make you Shake Shack at home,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. I got to see what the difference is with the porn. We've got time now, so I got to figure out what the difference is with the porn. That's it. That's all I don't really have anything to add other than that. No. I think it's fun to see these things that are coming up and like happening and how they're transforming the way people think of things. I mean, what if we have some amazing inventions that come out of this? Like Elise decides she'd rather make her own burgers from now on. It's a possibility. No. Oh my God, what happened over there?
You say to me?
What happened over there? Something hit the mic. Yeah, I don't know. I just hope that when the burgers arrive, Elise is going to be able to see them clearly. Actually, you know what? Scratch that, reverse it.
Okay.
Hey, Adam, you're looking really great today. Nice glasses.
Thanks, James.
You know, if you wanted to try out 5 pairs of glasses for free, you could check out our sponsor, Warby Parker. You know those cheesy movies where a nerdy guy or girl takes off their glasses and all of a sudden they look like a supermodel? Well, that might have flown a few decades ago, but these days with stylish eyewear like Warby Parker, the opposite is true. The beautiful people are all wearing glasses, and frameless chumps like me end up looking like the nerds. Well, luckily, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores, offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, eye exams, and contact lenses. The best thing about going from goofy to gorgeous, though, is that it's actually pretty fun and easy. With Warby Parker, you'll take an online quiz, which is kind of like getting a stylist for your face. Then, depending on what you're looking for, they'll send you a try-on home kit, and the rest is kind of up to you. Take your time with all of your sample frames. You can ask a friend what they think. Take 1,000 selfies from different angles under different lighting conditions. And once you've settled on the perfect pair, send the others back. It could not be simpler to see yourself in a whole new way. So, do yourself a favor and try on Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/dudesoup. So, yeah, I mean, the thing we could see is that everything isn't all bad, right? That's good. And we had some good news about the porn. Porn premium is free. And I was like, well, that's the best thing I could possibly imagine happening in this situation. Porn is free. Premium porn, no less, is free. And then another news story broke. And I said, maybe, I'm not going to say.
Was it the hentai being free?
Oh, yeah. Hentai is also free.
What?
I don't know that that's,
Oh,
I don't know how you could charge someone for hentai.
That hentai
You
was
can.
always free.
I mean, porn has always been free in some sense, but like, I don't know.
We're not talking about the stuff that you draw at home.
Yeah, are you going to
so delayed?
Would they tell Picasso stop making hentai? No.
Does Picasso also draw the little things around the nipples that show that they're moving? How many times does Picasso think is an acceptable loop for a missionary sex scene in hentai? Anyway, 2020 is going to go down as a pretty shit year, except for one thing. It's Mario's 35th birthday.
Hey, that's an arbitrary number.
Mario's turning 35 this year, and Nintendo intends to celebrate. And normally I would say, who cares? He's not real. He's made up. But in this case, I'm actually kind of excited because what's the one thing we've asked for since the Switch was released? Adam, you go.
More Zelda?
Wrong. Lindsay.
Netflix.
Animal Crossing.
Wrong. Elise.
Oh, damn.
Well, it is actually the thing that you're going to say is actually what I was asking for. But just so I play into the motif of this, I'm going to say Metroid 4, which I am also asking for.
Wrong. It's Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine is coming. There is a couple leaked reports. If I got my stuff here, let's see. Eurogamer reported, I think like yesterday at the time of recording, Nintendo, they had a source tell them that Nintendo is going to release most of Super Mario's 35-year back catalog this year, remastered for Nintendo Switch. And this is something that we've just been saying they should do since they announced the Switch. They said we've internally just been discussing just give us I'll buy everything again to have it in this little tablet that slides anywhere, goes anywhere. Got mine right here.
Yeah.
Look, arm's reach. It's always within arm's reach. And
Me too.
I feel like
except for it's plugged in.
I feel like I have a hard time. See, everyone has their Switch near them. Such privilege, such joy, such privilge. But I feel like we.
No, I guess.
You got to charge that up.
Shit's getting Soviet for Adam.
It's not.
But yeah, so it sounds like that's the plan. Is they're going to just start releasing Switch games again. And for me, someone who never owned a GameCube, I would get to play Super Mario Sunshine at like someone else's house. And
Same.
and so, but the prospect of now having it, and the best thing about it, what I was thinking about is that I think I wanted it, they could have given it to me a long time ago. They could put it on the Wii, they could have put it on the Wii U, and I would have appreciated it. But this karmically makes the most sense, is poetry, because the GameCube had a handle so you could take it with you wherever you went. And the Switch is the same idea, except you don't need a CRT to use it.
I had so much love for my little GameCube. Super Mario Sunshine is one of the best GameCube games. Underrated
So good.
Mario. It's so good. Delfino Beach, incredible. Incredible. I was
Yeah.
never a huge fan of like the Metal Mario levels where you have to chase him. Lindsay, what did you think of those?
Those were like
you just
usually
chase
tougher,
him.
weren't they?
Yeah, they were pretty
I mean,
tough.
it's been a long time, but yeah. And I was like
Oh,
a lot
man.
younger when I played these, so I just wanted it to be like fun and like colorful and Mario, you know?
Yeah.
I
But
was like,
it's
this is
so
too hard.
good. It's so good. And a lot of people felt like the water pack mechanic was like work. I don't know. Maybe it's because
No, that
I
was
have,
so fun.
Yeah, and especially if you're obsessive and you're like, I need to clean all of this up. It's so gratifying to do it.
Yeah.
So excited, so happy. Great news.
I can't
pretty
wait to
good.
play it. I'm gonna burn through that. But the thing is, it's like that's not it. The report is also saying that let me see what other games are on this list. Because it started Snowball. Gematsu, which is probably a website,
It is.
confirmed that Mario 64 as well as Mario Sunshine are going to be included, because it sounds like what they might be releasing is this all-star bundle of games that has all these classic Marios. Mario 64, I'll play that again. That's my top 5 best game ever made. Love Super Mario 64. Sometimes I'll just boot it up for fun, and I feel like I own it on every platform that I can own it on. So you do a speed run right into Super Mario Sunshine. Also saying that potentially Mario Galaxy is going to be in that, maybe Galaxy 2, which for me, I preferred Galaxy 1 because I like the hub world and the story progression. But you give them to me together, and I will not complain for a second.
Didn't you need the Wiimote though for it? Like, wasn't it a Wiimote kind of centric game?
They'll figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Miyamoto's
I
on the
guess-
case,
It's
okay?
Nintendo.
If you wanted to get those little star bits, you gotta.
Yeah, that's if I recall. Yeah, you have to do the thing. This is me playing Wii.
You have to do a
this
thing.
is
That's
actually
like how you'd shoot the star
This is
bits,
good
right?
for me because I never played Mario 64 all the way through because I didn't have a 64 because I wasn't rich, James. And then same thing with GameCube, didn't have one. I played Mario Odyssey, but I never beat it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the Mario games have sort of always escaped me. The 3D ones.
Wait, do you
And then
mean
I started
Mario
playing Sunshine
Galaxy?
a little bit, but sorry, what?
Did you mean Galaxy or Odyssey? Because Odyssey was the Switch one.
Yeah.
No, I know. Odyssey was the since Mario, God, Super Mario World. I hadn't played a Mario game. Like when Mario went 3D, I remember as a kid, I scoffed at it. Said, that's not my Mario. I guess maybe, yeah, I played the new Super Mario on DS and stuff like that, but I never played any of the 3D Marios until Odyssey. I skipped
Wow.
Galaxy. I skipped all of them because, yeah, I didn't even have a Wii. Because I never thought there was a reason to own it. I always played at a friend's house, played Wii Sports, and move on.
Wow.
You know, after Red Steel didn't do it for me. So
I was always a big fan
great.
of Paper Mario personally. I just bought that up
Lindsay.
for the Wii like a year or two ago, and it was expensive, but it was really worth it because I had played it in high school, I think, and so playing it again, I was like, oh my god, all these feelings. But I
Did
mean,
you
I
play
love all the
Paper
Mario
Mario?
games, but
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for GameCube.
no, I don't
No.
think I played that one. I played it when it came out for the Wii, so it would have been 2006 or 2007.
That's my favorite Paper Mario. And if you ever want to borrow it and just play it on your Wii, hit me up.
Okay.
What if I told you that there's a possibility that there's going to be even more Mario games, like Paper Mario 2? Like they're saying it's not just going to be old remasters. They're going to do other stuff too. I think they're going to do a
Bless
deluxe
me,
edition
Mario
of, like,
gods.
Super Mario Bros. 3D World. Yeah, I think Mario knew we needed this, and he's come to save it. It's Tom Hanks and Mario, and the two of them are they combine to be double Jesus. So
Yes.
Tom Hanks is the equivalent of the real historical Jesus, and Mario is the equivalent of the made-up Bible Jesus. You combine them together, and they equate to actual Jesus. So it's come to save us, guys. We're basically out of this. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it isn't the ring around my camera.
When is Nintendo Land coming? Is that still delayed?
I don't know. It was probably I assume it must be delayed because last I had heard it was supposed to open in tune with like the Olympics, and that ain't happening. So it probably wouldn't
Mario
be
and
smart
Sonic
to
Olympics.
invite. No, the actual
Okay.
not the act. Mario and Sonic is the actual Olympics, the not actual fake real life Olympics. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to be delayed. I feel like it must be, right?
Maybe it'll be done faster when this new Mario bundle comes out and it reminds people of how great Mario is.
Maybe. I can see that happening.
That's pretty exciting.
How
Was
much-
there
how-
any news
how-
on when?
Or how much?
And Adam's question too.
Let's start with the when. I don't see it. It says 2020, so I assume
That's
they're probably
now.
going to do what they did with Luigi, where they start like a celebration of stuff and then do everything like that. But near future is the closest that I can see for any of the sources that have been reporting to these websites. In terms of how much, it doesn't matter the cost.
Good answer.
No price will be too high for me to play games that I can already play.
$1,200 in typical Nintendo fashion. Like, how old is this game? Charge double. Go nuts. It's an NES ROM that you can get free anywhere else. $15.
Yeah, how do I tip the Nintendo store? Is that possible?
So I'm reading it as from another like linked article, and it says that they're likely to hold the Nintendo Direct around when the time E3 would be, and it'll include the info on remasters and a Paper Mario game and the upcoming Mario film and the Nintendo World theme park. So maybe we can look forward to some news on that in June.
I can't wait, even though I'll have to, and we'll probably be here when we're discussing that. But yeah, I don't know. That little mustache is coming to save us. But that's the only hair that anyone should ever have on their body. Adam?
I agree, James. You should
Thank
tell us
you.
about our next sponsor.
I will right
Manscaped.
now. Manscaped. Okay, you did it. Manscaped. Support for Dude Soup is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Seriously, let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with grooming yourself. If a close friend or an acquaintance told me I looked great after a fresh haircut, it'd make me feel pretty swell. Why then wouldn't I want to look my best down there? I want compliments everywhere. But seriously, if you want to look and feel your best, Manscaped is the way to do it. Their engineering team has redesigned the electric trimmer. That's right, engineering team. And the final result is the greatest ball trimmer ever created, the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. It features cutting edge, that's kind of a pun, but it's also true, ceramic blades to prevent manscaping accidents. If balls could kneel, they'd fall to their knees and praise Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. This trimmer is a premium product. It's got a 90-minute battery, an LED for those dark and scary crevices, and quiet stroke technology. Even the charging stand looks great. I will tell you honestly that this is an awesome product and is the easiest way to trim your junk, which you no longer have to be afraid to do. So, get 20% off and free shipping with code DUDE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and using code DUDE. Your balls will thank you. So, that's two pieces of good news. We got porn is free. And we got Mario's coming to save us. But in the classic form of, what is it? Like a compliment sandwich? Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. When you say something positive and then you say something negative and you say something positive. I'm doing the equivalent with a Dude Soup, which is the great news, terrible, worst news. And
you always do worst news first, not last, you monster.
I can't do it because this is the worst news. And you're probably wondering what this is related to. Well, it's related to a little movie called Morbius. Roll that intro. Now we wait.
Wow.
It's perfect every time. Every time it's perfect, and I love it. Guys, it's time for Mount Up for Morbius. As you know, whenever I host the show, which could be every week if you guys wanted, I do a little segment devoted to my most anticipated, the world's most anticipated upcoming film, Morbius, starring Jared Leto, based on the 4th or 5th tier Spider-Man villain. And so I am so heartbroken to share this news with you. There's no source for this. You may have read it on Variety or Hollywood Reporter or Deadline or any of those sources. This is coming straight from me. I'm the source. Morbius is delayed. It's going to be delayed until March of 2021. That's a whole year away. It was supposed to come out in June or something. Who knows? Which is probably why I picked it, because I thought I'd only have to do like 6 episodes of this. But it's delayed for a whole year. And that's, Jared called me. He let me know. Jared doesn't have a cell phone. He has an old-timey phone that he puts this side up to his ear and he talks into this side. So he called me on his old-timey phone and he said, "Hey, James, I got some bad news. Morbius is delayed, or it's going to be delayed." I said, "You got to be kidding me. Why?" And he said, "I'm not sure," because he has no idea what's going on in the world today. But yeah, that's the situation. How do you guys feel about that?
So are we...
Did he call you and then you told him it was delayed? Is that how that story was supposed to go?
No, that was my Jared Leto voice. He called me. Okay. He told me it was delayed. Yeah.
Okay. So in effect, we are dismounting for Morbius.
Oh no, we're staying on. We're riding it. We're riding it all the way through. Okay. We're gonna go a year of Mount Up for Morbius. It's a little bit longer than I anticipated.
This is less of a mount up and more of a mountain up or a mosey up. We gotta. This is much longer. I think you need to change the name.
This is an expedition.
Yeah, a mount is a quick get
It's
up
like
there.
marathon
This
for
is-
Morbius.
Yeah, this is
I'll
our
I'll
Trail
explore
of
the
Tears.
possibility
Ooh,
of
bad reference.
rebranding, but I just didn't have time. This is breaking news that I'm delivering to you guys, the Morb heads, and so I am breaking this news to you guys right now. I have my lesson plan is all scheduled out, how to teach people about Morbius, test people. Obviously, this is a more creative time than when we did the Countdown to Cats, where everything was a quiz or whatever. We're not doing that this time. So I'll try and see what I can figure out. I'm sure I can come up with a year's worth of stuff to do. But
27 weeks.
We're just-
someone said.
27. Well,
This
that's
is the
only if I'm
definition
hosting
of,
every week.
make your bed, now you have to sleep in it.
What I just ask every single night I go to bed, I ask myself, what would Morbius do? And he would
Yeah.
persevere or something. I don't know. Who knows anything about this character? That's okay. I still have a plan. We're kind of coming to the end of the show, but I have one last game for us to play. I asked you guys to set something up beforehand. A browser window. I don't know if Lindsay, I know you're streaming beforehand. I don't know if you were able to have time to do this.
I tried to do it.
but
I
it's
just couldn't get the call thing to work with my OBS virtual
Okay,
source. So this is
that's-
just my webcam.
Okay, so we'll just do that. And Elise is also, we couldn't get Elise's working.
Yeah, mine
but
didn't
Adam, we can do it. And then Elise, you and I can swap so that way you can do it over here. There is a link in the document. Okay, there's a link in the document under Mount Up for Morbius. If you could click that link.
There it is. Is it?
Copy
Oh,
that.
that one.
Let's see
Copy
if
link.
you get it loaded over there.
Should I go to it now? Or
Yeah,
wait?
you can go to it now.
Okay.
That's right.
Ooh.
God
Okay,
damn it.
here, Elise. I'm gonna swap with you.
All right, Lindsay, you got to help me out.
Yeah. Well, you got the top right corner staring right at you,
No, I
Oh,
don't.
your lighting is so much better than mine.
Oh my god, I look like
Wow.
trash.
Yeah, I know. This is very much tailored to your setup. Okay. And now what am I doing?
You guys are just gonna solve the puzzle. Lindsay, you can play. Please feel free to play along.
Yeah.
It's a
Why
race
are
to
Lisa's
see who
pieces so big? Are they even gonna fit in there?
I don't know why it loaded that way. Sure, it'll be fine.
I also
Wait,
have
so I'm
themes like
doing the
clouds.
puzzle.
Yeah, you can do the puzzle over there.
Lindsay would have loved this.
She can still do it. Lindsay, you can still play along, but we just won't be able
Oh,
to see
yeah,
it.
the-
I just
on
wanted to
the-
make sure
yeah.
people could see it. No cheating.
I just couldn't get
No cheating, Adam.
Chrome to use my OBS output. It wouldn't do it because I set it up, but it wouldn't do it. So I just turned on my webcam. Also, yeah, Elise looks really great in that webcam.
Thank you, Lindsay. Everyone in chat, Lindsay's hair is a beautiful rose gold now. Just want to point that
Start
out.
solving the
Bleached
puzzles.
I
Oh,
bleached
can we
my own
start?
hair last weekend and lost my mind.
I didn't
looks
hear a
great.
countdown.
Yeah, you can
clock.
start. You can start. There's
Okay.
not a race. This isn't a challenge. Just
Oh,
Wait, this isn't the
okay.
challenge?
Ooh, that looks. Oh, there she. Ooh, she getting it. That's 3 for Elise. Oh, 3 for Adam. Okay.
no.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you
No.
were helping me, Lindsay.
I'm just sort of providing not good commentary.
That's fine.
I mean, you got a bottom piece right there. It either goes to the right or to the left. That piece that's in the
I
middle,
should
Adam.
explain for our listeners. I created a Morbius jigsaw puzzle that has I think 12 pieces or something like that, 15 pieces. And now they're racing to solve it. Adam
right,
is
mine's
having a hard
done.
time. Elise has already solved it.
She has the confetti.
Great job. And here's your congratulation message. What is it?
Right.
Where does it say? Well, it doesn't say.
Jared Leto,
Wow.
why have you forsaken us? Awesome. In theaters, March 19th, 2021, maybe.
I finished.
Oh, great job, Adam. Great.
Thanks.
It's okay. I have a word search game on my Nintendo Switch that I play all the time, so my brain's in the right space.
Don't make excuses, nerd.
Hey, Elise, why don't you can switch over and make the camera full. You can do that in OBS. So that way we can go out with you looking great and that perfect webcam. I don't know why this one's such trash.
It's the lighting. I mean, your
face.
lighting is a lot more controlled than mine because I'm also backlit over there.
I look
You
like a
guys need
monster.
a curtain. You need a curtain between you.
Did you say I look like a monster?
Just in general.
I've got the perfect
Yeah.
setup here. I've got boxes and a green screen that you can see the edges of.
And an ass that
I got
won't
one of these
quit.
fans. It doesn't have a blade in it. Ow!
Is that the Dyson fan?
That's
Yeah,
the
it was a bir-
expensive fan. Like, I don't
It was
know.
it was a birthday gift. I did not buy it. Someone gave it to me. My mom.
Is it because you
And it- you
you
can't-
heat up?
Is it what? Does it heat up?
Is it because you heat up easily?
Heat. I mean, it only cools as far as I know.
Well, that's our show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching along or listening. Your favorite podcast service. Thank you for guys for watching us live on Rooster Teeth TV. I have a couple shout outs that I want to make. A couple Don't bring up weird things over there, Adam. Number one, I just want to shout out the second episode of No Idea IKEA is coming out this Friday, which is what day is that? The
third.
The 3rd. April 3rd is coming out this Friday, and so we hope you guys enjoy that one. We have Adam is blindfolded and I have my hands handcuffed behind my back. And also, just a heads up for people that weren't aware, you can watch the full builds. We put those are coming out with the episodes generally. So if you want to just see the version of the show is full build, you can watch that on Rooster Teeth first. And then also there is the anniversary. Rooster Teeth anniversary is coming up. And so I believe starting tomorrow, there are going to be some Rooster Teeth anniversary products in the store. And you can get those for, I want to say 17% off.
Because it's 17 years.
Because 17 years. 17% off in the Rooster Teeth store. So now is a pretty good time if you want to buy some anniversary celebration stuff. Now's a pretty good time to do it. I want to thank my guests, Elise, Adam, Lindsay, Jared, all of you guys for coming out and joining this show. Hopefully this one was a little bit more fun. I feel like things are coming along. Still don't know what's that green. That green screen isn't doing a lot of good over there, Lindsay.
You can make it work.
No, it might be,
But our viewer-
if I was able to use my OBS thing, I probably could have done something, but I couldn't get it to work. But for other stuff coming up, maybe we'll do some fun stuff.
I
Maybe I
put you
should
in
just
Morbius.
invest in a real one. Oh yeah, you put me somewhere cool.
It's baby steps, but I think everyone's doing an amazing job. Everyone's busting their
Lindsay's
butt to try
gone.
and make some
Goodbye,
funny
Lindsay.
content. She's leaving. Thank you, Lindsay,
Okay.
for joining us. Bigger
Blue
and better
on the
plans.
Other side.
Oh, the globe. But we got
yeah,
more
there's
coming
a
for you soon. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.